Candela, hypnotherapist, transformation coach, and a spiritual teacher. You're about to listen to a recording of one of my regression sessions. If you enjoyed the content on my channel, please consider subscribing. And if you click on the bell, it will inform you of any of my future postings. Also, leave a comment and click like, because that helps to bring this kind of content to more viewers. I hope you enjoy the recording, and I hope to see you again in my future videos. And I want you to tell me the first thing that you see on the surface.
Orange. The color gives this warmth.
And become aware of what is the source of that color.
Is it a dress?
Look down at your feet and tell me what you're wearing on your feet.
Nothing.
Become aware of what you're wearing on your body.
Maybe it's a dress.
And what color is it?
Maybe it's orange. I'm not sure.
Is it long or short?
It's short.
Or in a female body then?
Yes, it seems so.
Are you young or old?
Young.
About what age?
20s.
Are you healthy?
Yes.
And just begin to become more aware of your surroundings.
I'm getting cats. Like, I'm the cat.
Describe your body a little bit more to me.
My skin is furry, dark shade like a black, but I'm standing though.
You're standing on 2 feet?
Yes.
And what about your face?
It's like a cat.
Do you have hands or do you have paws?
Paws.
And do you walk on all fours or do you walk on your hind legs?
My hind.
Okay. And so as you're standing there, what's around you or next to you?
A neighborhood. There's a street, and on the other side of the street there are houses. The houses are close together, like how a townhouse will look.
Do you see anybody else on the street?
No.
You're the only one there?
Yes, for now.
Where's everybody else?
They're at a friend's house.
Okay. Is one of these houses where you live?
No, it's down the street.
So why are you standing where you are now?
I don't know.
So on the count of 3, I'd like you to move and stand in front of the place where you live. 1, 2, and 3. And tell me what it looks like.
It's a tall house. It's light blue in color. The pathway that leads to the door is a stone pathway, and there are steps to get to the door. And there are flowers outside of the window.
So go ahead and enter the house and describe to me what you see inside.
When I enter to my left, there's a kitchen. There's a sitting room in the middle. Towards the back of the house, I'm getting a view of a castle.
What does it look like?
It's very big. It's like off-white color. It looks beautiful.
So it's close to your neighborhood?
The castle is so big that anyone could see it wherever they are.
Who lives in that castle?
My mom?
Who is your mom?
I guess she's the queen of the town.
Do you live with her?
No, I don't.
Why is that?
I think some controversy. I'm not sure.
So you live in this house that you're standing in right now?
Yes.
Who else lives in this house with you?
Some cousins.
So on the count of 3, I'd like you to see yourself having a meal. 1, 2, and 3. And tell me what you're seeing.
We're eating some fish. It's like tuna.
Where are you all located?
In the house, in the dining area. We're sitting at the table. We're eating it with our mouths. We're licking it with our tongue.
Who is sitting at the table?
It's me and the other 2 cats. One has red fur and the other one has a yellow color. And we're eating our tuna.
How big are you?
Average size?
Like cats on Earth?
No. The size of a human being.
Okay. How is the tuna served to you?
It's inside a bowl.
And you're licking it out of the bowl?
Yes.
Do you interact with the other cats at the table in any way? Do you communicate with them?
We're purring at each other, enjoying the meal.
Are there specific things that you can communicate?
I think we talk. I think it's through our minds.
Telepathically?
Yes.
So I'd like you now to become more aware of your connection to the castle.
It's a big castle. My mom lives there. There were a lot of people who lived with her before, but they're all gone.
Why?
It's as if she lost her power as the queen, but people still respect her, so we just allow her to live there, but she lives by herself, like it's deserted.
And is she a cat as well?
Yes, like white fur. She's old.
Tell me what happened to her to lose power.
There was a war, and a lot of people died from our kingdom. The people put blame on her.
Who were you fighting?
Another kingdom. They wanted to take our land.
And what do they look like?
They're cats as well.
And so that war was lost by you?
We lost a lot of men.
Did they take over your land?
No, we won, but we suffered a great loss, and the people are not happy about that. I don't think they wanted the war in the first place.
Weren't you defending yourselves?
We were defending ourselves, but most people didn't like the strategy that she used. They wanted her to talk to the other kingdom instead of fighting.
They wanted her to negotiate with them.
Yes.
And she didn't?
No.
Why is that?
She thought that they won't listen.
So when the war was over, they just left her in the palace?
They're not a people that like confrontation. They just left her there out of respect for her, but she doesn't have any power over the kingdom.
Were you one of the ones that left her?
Yes.
Even though she's your mother?
Yeah, I didn't agree with her.
Did your people select another leader?
We're more diplomatic now. We have a council that has like 21 members, and they make decisions on behalf of the kingdom.
So was that a change after that war?
Yes.
So is the palace going to be used by anyone after your mom?
I think they're waiting for her to die, and then they'll take it down and make use of it some other way.
And how old is your mom now?
69.
And what's a normal lifespan for your people?
Late 70s, 80s.
Do your people wear any clothing?
Some yes, and then some no. The clothes that we wear is very minimal.
Why would one want to wear clothes?
Just for fashion.
Okay. Do you wear clothes?
Sometimes yes.
What do you do during the day?
I check on the people in the community just to see how they're doing. I go from house to house to see if everyone is all right.
Is that an official assignment or job, or is that something you just like to do?
I like to do it, but then it kind of turned to being my job.
Why do you do it? Why do you check on others?
Because my mom was the queen. Even though she's no longer in power, I feel a sense of responsibility to look after our people.
How big is your community?
It's not that big, but it's not small either.
Is your community the entire kingdom, or are there other communities within the kingdom?
I think the community is the entire kingdom.
So become aware if you see now any other people on the street.
I see some people in carriages. I see some cats walking along the sidewalk. It's not that busy.
Have you traveled beyond your community to other parts of the world?
No.
Has anyone?
People from the outside come and find us. I think that's how the other kingdom found us.
Is everybody on your world a cat-like being?
Yes.
Okay. On the count of 3, I'd like you to move forward in time to the next significant moment or event in their life. 1, 2, and 3. And tell me what you're experiencing.
I'm getting married.
Who are you marrying?
He was a friend to my cousin.
What does he look like?
His fur is black. He looks like a cat.
Become aware of what type of communication you have. How would you interact with him?
We talk, then sometimes we purr, and then we talk with our minds.
Do you speak in words or emotions and sensations?
Speak in words.
What would you communicate to your husband or fiancé?
That I love him and I can't wait to share life with him.
And you would say that in words?
Yes.
Tell me about your fiancé. Where did you meet him?
My cousin invited him over.
Did you know him before?
No, I didn't.
And how long do you usually spend getting to know each other?
Once he came over for lunch. We then talked every other evening at a park.
So, on this day, are you at the wedding or are you just getting ready?
We're at the altar.
So describe the wedding to me.
It's outside. People are looking at us. There's the priest. He's wearing a white robe. I'm wearing a white dress. My husband's also wearing like a suit. And everyone is happy.
So the priest, is there some sort of a religion that you follow?
I don't think so. I think more spirituality.
So after the ceremony concludes, then what happens?
We all go to this place to eat together, to celebrate the union. We all eat together like in a circle.
What do you eat?
Different kinds of fish. There's salmon, tuna.
Is it cooked or raw?
It's cooked.
Do you have a favorite dish?
Fish soup. The broth is seasoned. It's got spice as well. And it has these like green vegetables, like spring onions. I don't think they're spring onions, but it's similar to them.
Just that?
That's it.
Is your mom at the wedding?
No, she's not.
Why not?
The people didn't want her to be there.
Is she ostracized by the community?
Yes.
Does your mom know that you're getting married?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
And how do you feel about not having her with you?
I feel sad, but I'm just overwhelmed with the happiness of that day.
Are you at all in touch with your mom?
Not really.
How can she survive on her own?
There is a warehouse of food in the castle, but she is the one that does all the cooking and preparation since nobody is there with her.
So I'd like you to move forward again to the next significant event or day in that life. 1, 2, and 3, and tell me what's happening.
My mother died. They are spreading word throughout the kingdom, so the whole kingdom is talking about it.
What is being said?
They are discussing how they removed the body. Some are happy, some are relieved. The council makes a decision on how to do a funeral. It's a short funeral. And then they're discussing what to do with the castle, make use of it or demolish it.
What should they decide?
I think they demolish it.
Is there going to be a queen anymore or king?
No, no more king or queen, and I'm not in the council.
So how do you feel after the death of your mother?
It's sad.
Did you have any interactions with her before her death?
No, I think someone from the kingdom went to check on her and they found that she died.
How is your own family?
We are fine.
Do you still check on your neighbors?
I think I stopped shortly after I got married.
Why?
I'm usually out and I see people in the community, so I still see them. I don't think it's necessary of going to their houses again.
So in your community, how do you support yourselves or each other? Do you have jobs or tasks?
There are some people that take care of the food, some people that take care of cleaning the streets. There's just a sector for everyone, so everyone helps each other in the kingdom.
Do people select the jobs that they perform, or are they given a task?
You do what interests you, so they select it for themselves.
Does everybody have to have a task to perform?
Yes.
So what is your task?
We have a garden in our kingdom. I help grow the vegetables. We also help to scale the fish when our fishermen bring the fish.
So everything is communal? It's for everyone?
Yes.
And what does your husband do?
I think he's part of the council.
Are there any significant decisions that have been made after your mom's passing?
I don't think so.
So go ahead and move to the last day in that life. And tell me what you're experiencing.
I'm tired. My husband's with me.
Are you ill?
I'm weak from old age.
About how old are you?
In my 90s.
Is there anybody else with you?
There's some other members of the kingdom that are there.
And is anything being done for you?
They are just trying to make me comfortable. My husband's holding my hand.
How do you feel about leaving?
I feel good.
So as you take your next breath, allow your spirit to float out of that body and begin to ascend. As you look back at that life, tell me the first thing that comes to your mind.
Satisfied?
Become aware of what the purpose was for that life experience.
To be my own person.
How did you experience that?
I didn't follow the wishes of my mother.
So from that perspective, was that a successful experience?
Yes.
So now allow those images to fade. And you will experience another to the most of time and place that can already concerns that are uppermost, letting go of any thoughts, embrace your being guided as you find yourself begin to flow down. And tell me the first thing that you see or the first impressions that you get as you reach the surface.
It's cold, dark, it's nighttime.
Mm-hmm. Are you outside or inside?
Outside.
And become aware of what's next to you.
It's like I'm close to the garbage outside.
What do you mean by that?
There's the garbage disposal that everybody puts their garbage in. It's to my right.
And what are you doing there at night?
I'm looking for food.
Where are you looking for food?
I'm planning to look inside the garbage can.
So before you do that, look down at your feet and tell me what you're wearing on them.
I'm barefoot.
And tell me what you're wearing on your body.
Brown shorts and an old t-shirt.
Are you in a male or female body?
Male.
Young or old?
Young. A young boy, like 10.
Are you healthy?
Yes.
What are you doing looking for food there? Do you not have a place where you can eat?
Our family is poor. We don't have much. My parents send me out to go and find food.
So you're looking for food for your entire family?
My mom is at home with my baby sister. I don't know where my father is. But yes, I'm looking for food for the family.
Go ahead and tell me what you find there.
I find some fruit that's half eaten, an apple, and then I find a sandwich. It looks old, but I take it anyway.
And what do you do after you find that stuff?
I go back home.
So on the count of 3, I'd like you to see yourself standing in front of a place where you live. 1, 2, and 3. And tell me what you see.
There's a tent underneath this shack.
What do you mean underneath a shack?
Our tent is in the corner beside an old apartment complex.
How big is the tent?
It's big enough for my mother and sister and for myself to sleep in.
And what do you see next to the tent?
We have a fireplace or where we start a fire just to keep warm.
You mentioned earlier that it was cold. What kind of weather is it outside, or what season?
I think it's fall.
Are there other tents around, or is yours the only one?
Ours is the only one.
And become aware why you live like this.
We don't have a house.
Did you used to have a house?
We used to live in an apartment, but we couldn't keep up with the payments. And so eventually we became homeless.
Is it allowed for people to just pitch a tent like that next to a building?
We just make sure the surrounding is safe, and if we're not allowed, we just pack our things and go to another place. This place is not the first place we've been.
You said that your tent is next to an apartment complex. Can you describe it to me a little bit?
We're at the back. No one lives there. This apartment complex is an old building and they don't make use of it anymore. There are just stray cats and dogs that go in and out of the building. We just stay there in the nighttime, and during the day we walk out in the community.
And what do you do during the day?
Sometimes we beg for money. Sometimes we go at the back of restaurants in their garbage to see if there's any food.
Has your life changed after your father left? Or was it like this while he was with you?
He was with us at first, and then when my mother got pregnant with my sister, he left us. We lost our house before that, so he was with us while we were homeless.
And how do you feel about him leaving?
Very sad, angry, hopeless.
Are you aware of where he is?
No.
So on the count of 3, I'd like you to move to the next significant moment in that life. 1, 2, and 3. And tell me what's happening.
My sister got sick and died.
I'm sorry. How old was she?
Not too old. She was still a baby, around 9 months.
What do you do with her?
My mom wraps her body and leaves her at the front of a hospital.
She doesn't want to bring her inside?
No.
Why?
She's afraid they'll say that she killed her.
How is your mom handling it?
Not too good. She's mainly quiet, but she cries a lot.
Now become aware of one of the times when you and your mom interact. And tell me what you're talking about.
She's just telling me that things won't always be like this, that I'll have a brighter future. She's just encouraging me.
What language is she speaking?
English.
And become aware of what town or city you're in.
Philadelphia.
And what year is it?
1970.
So on the count of 3, I'd like you to move to the next significant moment in that life. 1, 2, and 3. Tell me what's happening.
My mom is working at a restaurant as a waitress.
How old are you?
I think 15.
And what do you do during the day?
I go to school.
How do you do in school?
I'm some grades behind. I'm not with students my age.
So they put you in a lower grade?
Yes.
And what is your experience like?
My teacher is nice. She helps me.
Do you like being in school?
I do. It's better than being outside and begging.
Do you have a place to live that's more permanent?
We live inside the basement in the building where the restaurant is.
And how do you feel about your life now?
It's not what I want, but it's better than where we've been.
So go ahead and move to the next significant event in that life. 1, 2, and 3. Tell me what you're seeing.
I'm graduating from school. My mom's happy, and I'm happy too.
Has anything changed in your living arrangements?
We live in an apartment, but we're sharing it with some people, so it's crowded.
What are your plans after high school?
To continue schooling, to go to university. I got a scholarship.
And what do you want to study?
Math.
So I'd like you to move forward in time and tell me what happens with your education and where that takes you.
I've graduated. I'm teaching in a classroom. I have enough money to get an apartment for my mom and I.
Do you have any friends or any romantic partners?
I don't think I had time. I was just focused on getting a better life and getting enough money. I didn't think about having a relationship.
So I'd like you to move now to the last day of that life and tell me what you're experiencing.
I'm in my home. My mom's gone. I have some students that have graduated here with me.
Are you ill?
Yes.
What are you feeling?
I'm coughing. It's hard to breathe.
Approximately how old are you?
My 70s.
And as you take your last breath, you begin to lift out of that body. And as you look back at that life, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Thankful that I was able to come out of poverty and to do something with my life.
Just become aware if you become clearer on when and where this life took place.
1800s.
Okay. I want all of the consciousness and personality of Bhumi to once again return to the body and fully integrate back. I'd like to ask the higher consciousness of Bhumi to come forward so we can have a conversation. Will you step forward and will you allow me to ask you some questions?
Yes.
Thank you. So I know that you could have brought forth many different lifetimes for Bhumi to see today, but you brought us the life of a cat and then the life of a young boy. Can you tell me why you selected those particular lives?
The life of the cat shows how she can work with people to reach a common goal. With the boy, it shows how he can transform his life if he wishes to.
Can you tell me what Bumi's life's purpose is for this current life?
To have love and to be love for people that are around her.
How are these particular lessons relevant to her today?
She thinks that she is stuck, but her family, her loved ones, are the things that brings her joy, are the things that fulfill her.
So her purpose is not necessarily in accomplishing something outside of home, but in her interactions with the people around her.
Yes, she should spend more quality time with her family and the people in her inner circle.
She would like to have more friends in her life or build a support system outside of her family. What would be the best way for her to find people that she can truly connect with?
She has to be more open and receptive to let people in order for a relationship to start. Then she would see the friends that she can make.
And just for her own conscious mind, is it possible for her to make friends?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Is it okay for her to initiate the first steps in connecting with others?
Yes.
In connection with her life purpose, she wants to know how she can best achieve it, but she also wants to know what her gifts and talents are in relation to that purpose.
She should stay connected to God and commune with Him more in order for her purpose to be fulfilled.
Are there specific gifts or talents that you want her to be aware of?
When she spends more time in prayer and in communion with God, she will know her gifts and talents.
She would like to have a meaningful career or meaningful work outside of home. She has several possible paths: nursing and baking business. Is either of those options more aligned with her path?
She can start the business. It would be good for her.
So she should start it now?
Yes, she can.
Is there any other path that would be more in alignment with her interests and gifts?
When she spends more time with her family, she will know where her gifts are and how to use them.
And then her career path will be more clearly seen?
Yes, it will.
Okay. In relation to nursing, she has been unsuccessful at passing the professional exam. Can you tell me what is holding her back, or perhaps what needs to be changed for her to move forward?
Her focus is in the wrong place. She is thinking of the money. When she puts her focus towards the people, towards why she wants to do nursing, then she will pass the exam.
So she wants to know how to connect with her intuition more. Can you give her some suggestions?
More prayer and more meditation, more quiet time can help her.
She wants to know how she can best offer support to the significant people in her life, her husband, her mother, her 2 brothers, and her children.
Just show love, and for her to love herself. When she loves herself, she can love the people in her life.
And what would loving herself look like for her?
Taking time to rest, to be by herself, to meditate will help her.
And is it okay to ask the people that she wants to love what is important to them? Can she simply say, what can I do to support you in the best way?
Yes, she can.
Okay. Connected with that, she wants to know how she can become a better version of herself. Do you have any specific suggestions for her?
To follow her dreams and aspirations, to not follow the crowd because it sounds nice, but to follow what she wants.
So that requires her to be aware of what she wants, and also to know that what she wants is not selfish, that it's part of loving herself.
Yes.
The last questions have to do with some experiences that she had. She wants to know if there was any specific meaning in those experiences. One day when her mother came to visit her, they heard cats crying outside. In her culture, they equate cats with witches. However, it's interesting that her first life that you presented was as a cat.
Yes, it's connection with her past life. The cats were crying because when they saw the mother, it was like seeing the queen. So the cats were confused. They don't know that she's not a queen in this life.
So her mother in this life was her mother in that cat life?
Yes.
Why did they choose to come together again this time around?
To rebuild their relationship.
Yes.
For her to show love to her mother, and for her mother to show love to her.
I see. So at another time when her mom left after she stayed helping with the newborn, the day that her mom left, Bhumi hurt her right arm, and she wanted to know if there was a significance to that.
She had just given birth. Her body was still healing, so she did not look properly before making the step. That's why she fell.
So it was just an accident?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Before I let you go, I want to give you an opportunity to give a direct message to Bhumi, and if you have one, please speak directly to her.
Show love to your family members, but you need to love yourself in order to love others. Meditate more, pray more, and that you will find what you are looking for.
Thank you. I'm asking the higher consciousness to recede to where it belongs with much love and thanks for the help and information that it has given us today.